Welcome to Nabeel Math Academy. This is Dr. Mohammed Nabeel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the radical. So actually the radical is square root of n over n. This we call it as a radical. For the even numbers, so you will have the absolute n, and here if you have an odd, n is odd, you have without absolute. So this is the difference between the even and odd. If n is even, so we will have here. If n is even, it is absolute. When n is odd, is without absolute. And we will have a property of the radicals. So if you have two radicals here, so a power m and is equal square root of mn. So you can apply this one as a radical property. So let us solve the problems here. We have, so I want to calculate the cube root of 24. So what is the cube root of 24? So I have to take the cube root. So this is I can write it this function, this number 24 as 8 into 3. 8 into 3. So if I take it this 8 into 3, I separate it. So you will get here. So it is 2 power 3 into 3. So if you separate the cube root, if you separate the cube root of 3. So the first part is equals to this cube root of 3. That's it. Similarly, here we will have the cube root of 135. So I have to discuss 1 power 3. So which is 1. 2 power 3, which is 8. 3 power 3, which is equals 27. So I have to discuss the powers 3. So how will you write it this power 3 here? So 139, I can write it this part as 27 into 5. So which is equal 125. So I can split this part. So here you will have 3 power 3 into 5. Now if you separate the 3 power 3 into cube root of 5. So here it is 3 into cube root of 5. And by the way, we know this part. When you have a square root of minus 1, it is I, it's a complex number. When you have a cube root of minus 1, which is equal minus 1. So we are going to use this rule in the radical. So here we will have the cube root with the minus. So here the last problem and this problem, it's a minus difference. So it is cube root. It is, I write it here, minus 27 into 5. So therefore, I can write it this part as minus 3 power 3 into 5. When you separate this part, you will have minus 3 power cube root here into cube root of 5. And this is equal minus 3 and cube root of 5. Since this, according to this value, the minus will come outside if it is a cube. In the next one, we will have a variable x and y. So how will you write this part? So it's a very simple. So I have to write it the power 2. So here it is, the root is 2. So I will write it the powers of 2 here. So I write it this one as 2 power 2, that is equals 4. And here x square already, y square already, multiples of 2. So I can take the whole power. This is 2xy whole square. Since you will have the power 2 here and power 2 here, so I will write it this one as equal 2xy. But since it is a even, so I have to use the absolute for only x and y, not for the number, only for the variable. So only for the variable. So this is the answer. Now the next one here, it is also the powers of 2. This is power 2. So I write it here, which is 2 power 2, which is 4. and then here x square and x y power 5. So I write it multiple of 4, that is multiple of 2, y power 4 and remaining y power 1. So up to this part I will make it as a one term. So what happened here? It's a square root of 2xy square whole square into square root of y. So when you apply this one, it is 2xy square y. And since it is a even power, so it is a even, so I have to absolute value only for the variable, not for the number. And here same thing, it's a cube root. So I write it cube root of, so I write it this one as what? 3 power 3. So x power 3, 1x is remaining. I will split this part x power 4 as this one. Now the second one we will have y to the power 6. Therefore I can write it the whole thing as y power 6 as a multiple of 3. So if I separate this one, what happened? It's a cube root of 3xy power 2 whole power 3. So then into cube root of x. When you apply this one here, so it is without absolute. Why? It is a odd number. N is odd here. So it is without absolute. Without absolute. The next one we will have the square root of this one. So it is a square root. So how will you write it? This one, square root. So I write it this one as, so 27. I can write it this one as 9 into 2. So this is 9 into 2. And multiple of 2, therefore x power 4 as it is. And y power 6 into y. I can split first this one. After that, I write it this one as what? 3 power 2, x power 4, y power 6 into, it is 2y. Separate. I just separated this root. After that, so this one is what here? 3xy, 3x square y power 3 whole square into 2y. When you multiply, you will get what? 3 square x power 4 y power 6. So here it is 2, therefore cancel. So you will get 3x square y power 3 root 2y. Whereas here it is a even, therefore I have to use absolute value only for the variable. And here we will have a power 4. So how will you split into power 4? So power 4, this I have to check. 2 power 4. What is 2 power 4? It is 16. So I write it here 16 into 2. And here x to the power 4, because it is power 3, I don't want this part, I just make it separate. And y power 4, it is as it is, y power 4. I just separate this one like this. Now when you separated this part, if you separate the root, so you will have 2 power 4 y power 4 into both root of 2x power 3. So here we will have 2y power 4 and here 2x power 3. So if you cancel this one, so we will get 2y. So there will be a absolute value only for y, only for y. Why? The reason is here it is even. So this is a even. Let us go with the next one here. So it is a cube root of this part. So cube root, so I can write it 16 as 2 power 3, which is 8. So 2 power 3 into 8. So I will write it 8 into 2. 8 into 2. Then x power 4. I need power 3. Therefore x power 3. 1x is remaining. Y to the power 6. I take it all together. So if I separate, so what happened here? 2 power 3 x power 3 y power 6. Then into cube root of 2x. So here cube root of, I'm taking a common power, so you will get 2xy square into cube root of 2x. So if you cancel the power and the root, so therefore you will get 2xy square. It is cube root of 2x. Here there is no absolute. Why? The reason is since it is a odd power. N is odd here. So n is odd. Therefore, no need of absolute value. So this is the answer. The last one we will have power 3. So we will split as it is the same thing. Cube root. So 54. 54 can be written as 27 into 2. So this is a one part. Now m power 2. So m power 2 is less than 3. I don't want that part, so I make it separate. And n power 7. So I have to take n power 6 and the remaining n it will be here. So it is the two terms I will separate. So what happened here? So it is equals cube root of 27 can be written as 3 power 3 n power 6. And here cube root of 2m square n, which can be written as here, to simplify this one. So you will have, so it is cube root. So I am taking a common factor power 3, here 3n square, and here cube root of 2m square n. So therefore here it get cancelled. So therefore the answer will be 3n square cube root of 2m square n. So this is the final answer. Thank you.